Hello everyone, my name is Abhinav Goel and I'm supporting Kenya Water Security and Climate Resilient Project and Coastal Region Water Security Climate Resilient Program in Kenya as Program Management Specialist for World Bank. And today I'm discussing about land acquisition process, which is a challenge in implementation of these two programs. And would like to discuss some kind of mobile application, how we can capture data and how we do the data analysis and share the information with various stakeholders. So there are some ideas around that, and I have developed with the help of various open source tools, some methodology, and which I would like to demonstrate here. Now let me go to some applications. Before I start, I think let me show you the Excel sheet which currently our project management unit is using to share the information about land acquisition process. As you can see on the screen, on the left side of this Excel sheet, the workflow is listed. And against each workflow, we are submitting weekly data to various stakeholders. And of course, ideal situation is to give the details or capture the details of land parcels and then summarized the data from that database. But currently we don't have any tool to do that, and hence only the summarized data is provided for each process. Let's say total number of land parcel gazetted by National Land Commission for inspection. So each period, what is the summarized progress or total progress for that particular workflow is listed here, and then the cumulative figures are calculated. And at the bottom, the sheet presents some kind of a analysis so that we can know the current status of the land acquisition process. Now it becomes very difficult because every week the new sheet is shared, and it becomes very difficult for stakeholders to keep track of all this data, especially when you want to compare what happened after or before 5 months or 2 months or 1 quarter before or 1 month before, and you have to dig down various sheets which was shared by PMU. So on very basic, we are trying to address this issue, how best we can manage this. And I've developed a tool or a methodology which can be adopted and deployed for as a pilot, and then we can see whether it is working and monitor whether it has improved the efficiency in data collections and data analysis. So let's begin the demonstration of the proposed tool. Now this tool is basically using 3 open source interface. So the basic questionnaire is developed in Kobotool box. So if you can see, this is Kobotool box, which is the open source facility. And if you go to Open Toolbox, you can sign up. And if you don't have your account, you can create your account. It's free. And then you can log in, provided with your credentials. So since I have already logged in, so I can go into it. So you can come and see we have developed under KWSCR K1 and K2 land acquisition summary process. Now, whatever questions we are or data we want to capture, so basically all these steps has been captured under Kobotool box. So I can just show you the form which we have created here. So if I click edit, you can see this is the form which has been created. So it's asking the reporting period. Then it's asking which area of land acquisition process you are in. So and then various steps. What are the total numbers of parcels required, total number of parcel budgeted, total number of parcel inspected, and so on. And if we can see the preview, the form will look like this. So this is your form. So you can see very important notes. Then you can enter the data in this form and you can submit. This is one interface where you are creating form, controlling the form questionnaire, and then you can save it. And when you go to the screen, like there, the form, you can deploy it. I have already deployed it. So this toolbox, Kobo toolbox, will act as temporary, data capture source. So this is the data which is captured inside the Kobo toolbox. I will discuss how this data is entered through mobile app. So you can see these are the list of tables. And this is how the data is shown in Kobo toolbox. Now the second interface is mobile app by which the data will be entered. So let me share my mobile screen. So let me open my mobile screen. Asking me to confirm. Sorry, maybe my window. So this is my mobile screen. And if you go to Play Store, Android Play Store, and type ODK collect. So this is the open source application which needs to be installed in your mobile phone to connect with Kobotool box, and you can start entering the data. Now I have already configured my ODK toolbox. So this is the app. So once you download, it will appear like this, which shows like fill blank forms, edit save forms, and finalize form, view send forms, get blank forms, and delete saved forms. So once you download, you need to configure your ODK collect, where if you click these three dots, you can go to general settings and under server. So you need to connect with your Kobo toolbox with your credentials. So I have already configured, and hence, and then under get blank form, when you click, you will see all the listed forms which are shared, either shared with you in Kobo toolbox or which you have created and deployed. So this is the form which is shared with me. This is the form which I'm interested in. So I can get selected, and it will give you the results that your get form instance is successful. If I click OK, I have got this blank form. Then you can start filling your forms. So now I have this form which has been added just now. So I click on this form and the form will appear. So you can see you have a note, enter the data corresponding to the specified reporting period in this form. Do not enter cumulative values, because the cumulative values will be calculated from this basic data, the analysis. So you can start entering, select start date of reporting period. Let's say I put 15 of May, end date of reporting period. Let's say I put 27, then next. Okay, my area is block 1 and 4. Next. So what is the total number of new parcel required? So suppose you have done a new inventory and you found that there are 5 new parcels to be added, you enter 5. But if there's nothing in this reporting period, you just enter 0 and next. Number of parcel budgeted for inspection, let's say there is nothing, next, 0, next. Let's say I'm just putting 0 up, next, 0, 0, 0, 0 for each stage. So once you are done with this, this is the end screen where you can say save form, save form and exit. So I'm clicking, so you can see your saved form. Even you can edit the form. If you click here, you can edit the form. This will give, okay. You can go to next, next, next. And click whatever you have entered, next, next. So this is, you are reviewing your form. Okay. So when you are satisfied, you can exit and then you can send finalized form. Click here, send selected form. So once you send this, click OK. Then what will happen? You can visualize, you can refresh your Kobotool here. And you can say This is the new entry which has been there. So currently I have entered the Kobotool with admin password, which has all the rights, even the validation state. So here, administrator has to approve the form. So if I approve, so this is very important step. So the data which are approved can only go for analysis. I'm coming for analysis part. So there I will discuss. So this is once admin has approved, then data is sent to the server. So these are the two tools which we are using. And if you consider this, the mobile tool ODK Connect is basically for capturing data, and it will be configured uh, for the enumerators who will be in the field to capture the data. Kobo Toolbox, though we will create credentials for everybody, even enumerator under this Kobo Toolbox, but the permissions given are different. For administrator, he will have all the rights so that he can validate the status. He can even add new permissions. If I can go for, I am showing, I can go for sharing this. Currently, you can see myself as a owner, and there are one admin who has all the permissions, and there is a numerator. I've just created one users. Number of users can be created, and he can only view form and submit the form. So this is basically for administrators who is administering the Kobo toolbox and verifying whether the data is correct or not. And the third interface, which is very important and very exciting, is collecting this data, which is collected through Kobo toolbox and taken for analysis. So third tool which we have used, which is Power BI. If you can see this, this is Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop is a free tool for everyone to use. So under Power BI desktop, if you don't have on your laptops or in your PC, you can just go to Microsoft site or Google it, Power BI download, and it will provide you the link to download Power BI desktop, and you can download Power BI. Now, Power BI is very robust and very good data visualization and analyzing tool. And since it is free, I think we should leverage the capabilities of Power BI. So once data is entered through ODK Collect by enumerator through their mobiles, the data is then seen at Kobo Toolbox server. Now that server where data should be verified and approved by the administrator, only the approved data is linked with Power BI. And all these links are dynamic. I can show you currently, if I click on the data source, you can see these are the dynamic coming directly from web. So no need to do manually. Only what once you refresh, all the data will dynamically update in Power BI. And now I would like to show you what are the capabilities and how the simple data which was presented earlier in Excel can be converted into various reports, and we can do lot of insights. We can get lot of insights from that data. Sorry, there may be some issue with updating. That I will sort it out. But let me show you. So this is one report I am presenting. So this is from the same data, and this is the summary is presented here, and you can see this is a total summary, and you can even filter at various dates. Currently, let's say on 29/5, or today's date is, let's say, 27. So the whole data will be filtered for 20 before 27. This was the status. If you want to check the status long back on 2020, this was the status. So it's dynamically, it filters and give you all the results. Even the graph down here will change. And this graph gives you the historical data from the beginning till this date. So this is one kind of a report you can see. And not only this is a total, but you can go, let's say, up to 2022, and then area wise details also you can get. So if you click, and let me click to this. So this is how irrigation 1 to 4, and this is the graph for all the processes. You can see how much. So this is one kind of a report. Then you can also visualize area wise. So, and even by clicking at any area, it will highlight for those areas up to that date. So if you can move the dates, you can see how dynamic it is. You can then click to say P1, and you can see the data for P1. Further, you can go for weekly variances. What's happening, like up to this date, which area, what was the situation before 1 week, and what are the variants. So this is the total till date. This is last week data, and these are the variants, and this is the weekly percentage increase. Similarly, monthly variations you can visualize, like for whole areas, or maybe one area. You can see, or say irrigation area. Similarly, you can have a quarterly variances. can have, can see, then this is again, if you want to see the progress within 2 dates, because earlier graph was showing the total cumulative, but this shows between 2 dates how much you have achieved between 2 dates. So you can drill down to various informations which was not possible in Excel, and it's purely dynamic. Only you have to just refresh once data is entered. Another thing which comes with free version of Power BI is once you publish your report, you can even visualize on your Power BI online application. So I'm just opening my Power BI online, and you can view under your workspace, under your workspace. I have one like which I was trying. So the same thing can be viewed online. Okay, so this is online version. And then under online version, you can set up your refreshing frequency like 1 day or 1 week. So every 1 day or 1 week, it will automatically be refreshed, and you can visualize dynamically all the data on your online applications, either on mobile or on your PC. So I hope this will help you to understand the methodology which I wanted to present. And further to this, sorry about this, I think if my recommendation would be to deploy this and see for a month whether this is working or not. Once we are satisfied with this, probably we can try to develop parcel-wise collection of data through the mobile app, and then we can present through the same methodology using the same tools and taking advantage of Power BI to display those data for various stakeholders. Another option is if we want to do more interactive in only one applications, then we have to outsource development of that tool or mobile app, where in a single app all the three works like collections, capturing of data, validation of data, and data analysis and dissemination of information is done in the same applications. And I hope this will help. Thank you very much.